Secretariat for the basic contractual data for 5 projects. Number 1, with ID number 25OI003, Preventive Maintenance, Primary Roads, Quirino Avenue, K0014 plus 206 to K0014 plus 366 LasPinas City with contract duration of 45 calendar days, ABC of 12,361,598.09. Major work category, road rehabilitation asphalt. For the second project, 25OI004, preventive maintenance, secondary roads, Zapote-Alabang Road, K0016 plus 440 to K0018 plus 260, LasPinas City, with a duration of 30 calendar days, ABC of 144,749,546.32. Roads rehabilitation asphalt. For the third project, 25OI005, preventive maintenance secondary roads, Zapote-Alabang Road, K0018 plus 260 to K0018 plus 487, LasPinas City, with 30 calendar days, ABC of 18,619,038 pesos and 59 centavos, road rehabilitation asphalt. For the fourth project, 25OI0006, preventive maintenance, secondary road, Zapote-Alabang Road, K0018 plus 487 to K0019 plus 047, LasPinas City, with 60 calendar days, ABC of 46,409,729 pesos and 56 centavos, road rehabilitation and asphalt. For the fifth project, with ID number 25OI007, preventive maintenance, secondary road, Zapote-Alabang Road, K0021 plus 795 to K0022 plus 332, LasPinas City, with a duration of 30 calendar days, ABC of 38,584,739.64. Major work category, roads, rehabilitation, and asphalt. For the requirement of bidding documents, may I request Engineer Kevin Filipino to discuss or read this.
Good morning. Here are the requirements of bidding document. For the technical documents, the following must be submitted. Field rep certificate of registration and membership based on GPPB resolution number 15-2021. If not yet enrolled in the CWA, the following must be submitted. Pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, SLCC, NFCC computation, statement of total assets and total liabilities, and joint venture agreement if applicable. Next is the bid security using Form DPWH Infra 10, 11, or 12 revised. For the project requirements, the following must be included in the bid. Duly initialed organizational chart for the contract using Form DPWH Infra 13. Duly initialed contractors list of key personnel for the contract using Form DPWH Infra 14. Duly initialed list of contractors' major equipment using Form DPWH Infra 15. And sworn statement under RA 9184-IRR, Section 25.2b, using Form DPWH Infra 16 revised, and for the additional requirement, the preliminary examination of technical proposal form or checklist. For the financial documents, the following must be included in the bid. Duly signed bid form, duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities using Form DPWH Infra 17 and 18. Duly initial detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used. Duly initial cash flow by quarter using Form DPWH Infra 19. And for the additional requirement, the preliminary examination of financial documents form or checklist. For the documents to be submitted by the contractor, the bidding requirements. The bidding for the project shall be governed by all the provisions of RA number 9184 and its 2016 revised IRR, including its generic procurement manual and associated policies, rules, and regulations as the primary source thereof, while the herein clauses shall serve as a secondary source thereof. Any amendments made to the IRR and other GPPB issuances shall be applicable only to the ongoing posting, advertisement, or invitation to bid by the BAC through the issuance of a supplemental or bid bulletin. The bidder, by the act of submitting its bid, shall be deemed to have inspected the site, determined the general characteristics of the contracted works, and the conditions for this project, such as their location and the nature of the work, climatic conditions, transportation facilities, nature and condition of the terrain, geological conditions at the site communication facilities, requirements, location, and availability of construction aggregates and other materials, labor, water, electric power and access roads, and other factors that may affect the cost, duration, and execution or implementation of the contract, project, or work, and examine all instructions, forms, terms, and project requirements in the bidding documents. Who are the eligible bidders? Only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. The bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract or SLCC that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC adjusted, if necessary, by the bidder to current prices using the PSA CPI, except under conditions provided for in Section 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184. A contract is considered to be similar to the contract to be bid if it has the major categories of work stated in the BDS. The bidder shall comply with the eligibility criteria under Section 23.4.2 of the 2016 IRR of RA number 9184 for the clarification and amendment of bidding documents. Prospective bidders may request for clarification on and/or interpretation of any part of the bidding documents. Such requests must be in writing and received by the procuring entity, either at its given address or through electronic mail indicated in the IB, at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. For the documents comprising the bid, the eligibility and technical components. The first envelope shall contain the eligibility and technical documents of the bid, as specified in Section 9, checklist of technical and financial documents. A valid PCAB license is required, and in case of joint ventures, a valid special PCAB license and registration for the type and cost of the contract for this project. Any additional type of contractor license or permit shall be indicated in the BDS. A list of contractors' key personnel, example project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, safety officer, and foremen, assigned to the contract to be bid, their complete qualification and experience data shall be provided. The minimum years of experience for the key personnel, for contract ID number 25OI003 and 25OI005, the minimum years of similar experience of same position for the project manager is 5 years. The minimum years of total work experience of same position for project manager is also 5 years. For the project engineer, he or she must be at least an accredited contractors and consultants provisional project engineer based on DO 148 series of 2024. And for the minimum years of total work experience of same position, he or she must be at least an accredited contractors and consultants provisional project engineer based on DO 148 series of 2024. For the foreman, the minimum years of similar experience with same position is 5 years, and the minimum years of total work experience with same position is also 5 years. For the materials engineer, the minimum years of similar experience for same position and the minimum years of total work experience of same position is that the materials engineer must have an accreditation of at least materials engineer 1. For the safety officer, he or she must be at least he or she must have a certificate for construction safety and health training. For contract IDs number 25OI004, 25OI0006, and 25OI00007, here are the minimum years of experience of same position for project manager. It is 8 years. For the minimum years of total work experience of same position for the project manager is also 8 years. For the project engineer, the minimum years of similar experience of same position, the requirement is the project engineer must have or must be at least an accredited contractors and consultants provisional project engineer based on DO 148 series of 2024. Same goes with the minimum years of total work experience. The project engineer must be at least an accredited contractors and consultants provisional project engineer based on DO 148 series of 2024. For the foreman, the minimum years of similar experience of same position is 8 years, and for the minimum years of total work experience of same position, it is also 8 years. The materials engineer must be at least an accredited materials engineer 1 for the minimum years of similar experience and the minimum years of total work experience of same position. For the safety officer, the minimum years of similar experience of same position, he must be at least a construction and safety health certificate holder. Same goes with the minimum years of total work experience of same position. He or she must be at least a construction safety and health certificate holder. A list of contractors' major equipment. Equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. Here are the minimum equipment to be used for the following contracts. For contract ID number 25OI0003, the required unit for each equipment is 1. And here are the following equipment: cargo truck or delivery truck, dump truck, boom truck, asphalt distributor, asphalt paver, pneumatic roller, and tandem steel roller. For contract ID number 25OI0004, the contractor must provide at least 1 unit of the following: asphalt distributor, water truck, dump truck, asphalt paver, pneumatic roller, tandem steel roller, cargo or service truck, and milling machine. For contract ID number 25OI0005, 1 unit of each equipment must be provided: asphalt distributor, water truck, asphalt paver, pneumatic roller, tandem steel roller, cargo or service truck. For contract ID number 25OI0006, 1 unit of the following equipment must be provided: asphalt distributor, asphalt paver, pneumatic roller, tandem steel roller, cargo or service truck. For contract ID number 25OI0007, 1 unit of the following equipment must be provided: asphalt distributor, asphalt paver, pneumatic roller, tandem steel roller, cargo or service truck, and water truck. For the documents comprising the bid, the financial component, the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in Section 9, Checklist of Technical and Financial Documents. Any bid exceeding the ABC indicated in paragraph 1 of the IB shall not be accepted. For the bid security, the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security in the amount indicated in the BDS. It shall be not less than the percentage of the ABC in accordance with the schedule in the BDS. The bid and bid security shall be valid 120 calendar days after opening of bid. Any bid not accompanied by an acceptable bid shall be rejected by the procuring entity as non-responsive. For the sealing and marking of bids, each bidder shall submit 1 copy of the first and second components of its bid. The procuring entity may request additional hard copies and or electronic copies of the bid. However, failure of the bidders to comply with the said request shall not be a ground for disqualification. If the procuring entity allows the submission of bids through online submission to the given website or any other electronic means, the bidder shall submit an electronic copy of its bid. An electronic copy that cannot be opened or is corrupted shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified for the opening and preliminary examination of bids. The bank shall open the bids in the public at the time, on the date, and at the place specified in paragraph 9 of the IB. The bidder's representatives who are present shall sign a register evidencing their attendance. In case the bids cannot be opened as scheduled due to justifiable reasons, the rescheduling requirements under Section 29 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184 shall prevail. Section 30 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184 shall govern the preliminary examination of bids. For the detailed evaluation and comparison of bids, the procuring entity's bank shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids rated pass using non-discretionary pass or fail criteria. The bank shall consider the conditions in the evaluation of bids under Section 32.2 of 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184. Section 32.2.1 of 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184. For the completeness of the bid, unless the instructions to bidders specifically allow partial bids, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable, bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. In this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive, but specifying a zero or a dash for the said item would mean that it's being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. For the post-qualification, within an unextendable period of 5 calendar days from the receipt by the bidder of the notice from the bank that is submitted the lowest calculated bid, the bidder shall submit its latest income and business tax returns filed and paid through the BIR electronic filing and payment system and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the BDS. For our timelines, the last day of clarification or query is on October 20, 2024, which is 10 days before the deadline of receipt of bid. For the deadline of receipt of bid, it is at 8 a.m. of October 30, 2024, and the opening of bids is will immediately follow after the submission or receipt of bids.
Any question and comments from